Good day. Let's explore a unique corner of the world. China, a vast mainland, and Taiwan, a small island nearby. For centuries, their histories were deeply connected, shared language, culture, and rulers. But history took a sharp turn, splitting their destinies. Imagine a family feud. One side moves out, but both claim to be the true head. The connection lingers in food and festivals, but politics complicate everything. To understand the split, we rewind to early 20th century China. As the last dynasty fell, new ideas and chaos swept the land, and two rival groups emerged, each with a different vision for China's future. It was like two captains fighting for control of a ship, steering in opposite directions. The old empire was gone, and a fierce struggle began over who would shape modern China. This wasn't just about power, it was about the soul of a nation. The answers would come not through debate, but through a bitter war, and that war would change the map forever. The two main players were the nationalists, led by Chiang Kai-shek, and the communists, led by Mao Zedong. The nationalists wanted a modern republic, while the communists sought a revolution for peasants and workers. Their visions clashed, and the Chinese Civil War erupted in the 1920s. They briefly united against Japan in World War II, but old tensions quickly resurfaced. After the war, the fight resumed with new intensity. The nationalists had more resources, but the communists had popular support and excelled at guerrilla warfare. Slowly, the communists gained ground, while the nationalists struggled with corruption and division. The stage was set for a dramatic shift in China's future. By 1949, the communists were victorious on the mainland. Chiang Kai-shek and the nationalists retreated to Taiwan, taking with them government officials, soldiers, and priceless cultural treasures. About 2 million people made the perilous journey across the Taiwan Strait. In Taiwan, they set up the Republic of China, insisting they were the legitimate government of all China. Meanwhile, Mao Zedong declared the founding of the People's Republic of China in Beijing. Two rival governments now claim to be the real China, one on the mainland, one on Taiwan. The Civil War ended with a standoff, separated by a narrow stretch of water. Each side believed it would eventually reunite the country, but the split was deep and lasting. Taiwan became a fortress for the nationalists, while the mainland began a new era under communist rule. The world now had two Chinas, each with its own story. The question of legitimacy would haunt both for decades. After the split, China and Taiwan took radically different paths. On the mainland, Mao's radical campaigns like the Great Leap Forward and Cultural Revolution brought upheaval and isolation. In Taiwan, Chiang imposed martial law, focusing on survival and economic growth, with US support. Taiwan's economy boomed, becoming a tech powerhouse, even as it lost international recognition. Over time, a new Taiwanese identity emerged, distinct from the mainland. Martial law ended in the late 1980s, and Taiwan became a vibrant democracy. Meanwhile, China remained under one-party rule, widening the political and cultural gap. The dream of reunification faded as both societies changed. Taiwan's democracy and prosperity set it apart from the authoritarian mainland. The divide grew deeper, making reconciliation ever more complex. Today, the China-Taiwan question remains one of the world's most delicate issues. China insists Taiwan is a breakaway province, vowing reunification by force if necessary. Taiwan, a thriving democracy, values its autonomy and distinct identity. Most Taiwanese prefer the status quo, self-rule without formal independence or unification. The world walks a diplomatic tightrope, recognizing Beijing but maintaining unofficial ties with Taipei. This one China policy keeps the peace, but tensions simmer. The Taiwan Strait remains a global flashpoint, the legacy of an unfinished civil war. The future is uncertain. Will there be peace or renewed conflict? The story continues, watched by the world with hope and concern.